edition of 77 Camaro Restoration. Today, I'm going to start looking at the roof on this thing, so let's check it out. Here's where we're starting. I'm going to attempt today to try and get some of the rust off this thing, see how far down I can get, see what kind of shape I can get it in. I'm just getting started on it. Here's a little wire wheel action on it. Doesn't do a lot. It'll take a long time probably, so I'm going to get the DA out, I think, and start. Here's a place before where I hit it with aluminum oxide. I can't do that across the whole panel because it'll warp. So I'm going to try the lesser approach here and hit the DA and the wire wheel, and we'll see how it goes. I'll give you some updates as time goes along here. So here's about 10-15 minutes of grinding and wire wheeling and DAing. So I'm not sure. I don't know how clean this stuff needs to be. If I could focus on that. There. Certainly, as you can see, there's a lot of pits and things in there. I think the pits are mostly clean. Boy, that's a lot of work, though. I mean, just that little tiny piece right there, and I have all this left to go. Well, keep working on it and see how it goes. Alright guys, so there's a result of 4 hours of work. Barely made a dent in this thing. You know, I found as I go through and do this, you really have to go all the way down here. Really deep, and I can still see rust down inside those pores. I mean, after going at this little area right here, I went after it with the wire wheel and the grinder and the DA and everything for about an hour solid. And I'm sure you can't see this, but I can still see rust down inside there if I look inside these pits. So, you know, here's the thing. I know a lot of you guys don't think that this roof panel should be replaced. And I'm not a complete perfectionist or anything, but you know, this thing just looks so bad. There's so much pits in it. I think I'm just going to worry like every day of my life that this thing is going to turn around and rust on me again. I just don't think I can ever get all that rust out of there. You know, so I'm really leaning strongly toward replacing this thing. Now, if any of you guys have long-term history on the phosphoric acid, you know, getting that down in the pits and really cleaning things out, and that stuff actually staying that way, you know, for a long period of time, I guess then that's something. I don't really have any experience with it. You know, all I know is this car had a bunch of rust on it. Somebody tried to fix it and the rust just all came back. Maybe they didn't do a very good job. I have no idea. But you know, when I get done painting this thing, I don't want to think about it again for another 10 or 20 years. You know, I mean, maybe the paint's going to fail somewhere along the way. Of course, I know. But I don't want it to fail because it's rusting, if that makes any sense. So, you know, I really value you guys' opinion on what you think should be done with this thing, but it really does look pretty horrible. You know, even after all that cleaning, it's just such a mess. And again, this spot over here where it's nice and beautiful, that's where there was paint covering it up. So there are some spots that look nice, but for the most part, even after all that grinding and everything, the metal's still discolored, you know, which tells me it's still not clean. And that's, again, this is after 4 hours of working on this thing, and that's just a tiny fraction of this whole panel. So for me, you know, I think I could put a new panel on this thing a heck of a lot faster than I could get this thing clean, and I'd feel a whole lot better about it. But never having done a roof before, I might be deluding myself, but I don't think it's that hard on these cars. You don't have the drip rails and stuff to deal with, so you know, it's really just all these spot welds along here, and this is just folded over under there, so I mean, it doesn't look that tough. I know I'd sure feel a lot better about it, and as I've said before, I don't know what's going on underneath this thing. The thing could be rusted underneath for all I know as well. Anyway, that's it for today. I spent the whole day on this thing pretty much, and I just feel like I haven't gotten anything accomplished. So, thanks again for watching, everybody, and you know, let me know your thoughts. Thanks.